It's Star Trek. I love it, it's important to me, but it's still a TV show. What is there to get?
Think you know why your favorite Star Trek stars disappeared from the bridge? Think again. Behind the galaxy-spanning adventures and iconic starships lies a web of untold stories, of creative clashes, bold exits, heartbreaking farewells, and even scandal. Some actors walked away, others were pushed, and a few vanished without warning. This isn't just behind-the-scenes drama, it's the hidden side of a sci-fi empire. So buckle up, because what really happened when the cameras stopped rolling will surprise you. Hit that subscribe button. This is the Star Trek story you were never told. Before the world knew Captain James T. Kirk, the helm of the Enterprise was commanded by Captain Christopher Pike, portrayed by Jeffrey Hunter in the original pilot, The Cage. This episode was thoughtful, slow-paced, and philosophical. So much so that NBC rejected it for being too cerebral. Despite this, the network offered Gene Roddenberry a second chance. But by then, Hunter had already decided to walk away. Whether due to scheduling conflicts or disinterest in television, his decision changed the course of sci-fi history. William Shatner stepped in as Kirk, and the legacy began. However, Hunter's original footage was later used in the two-part episode The Menagerie, canonizing Pike as a mysterious predecessor. Decades later, the character was revived with brilliance by Anson Mount in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, proving that even a brief role can echo across the galaxy. On Star Trek: The Next Generation, Denise Crosby played Tasha Yar, the tough and fearless chief of security. But off-screen, Crosby felt sidelined and underused. The scripts gave her little substance, and she made the bold choice to leave during the first season. Instead of phasing her out quietly, Roddenberry killed her character off in a shocking twist in Skin of Evil. Fans were stunned, but Crosby wasn't finished with Star Trek. She returned later as Sela, Tasha's half-Romulan daughter, a cunning adversary to Captain Picard. Finally, Crosby had a chance to play a layered, dynamic character, proof that in Star Trek, even an exit can be a new beginning. Wil Wheaton, who portrayed Wesley Crusher, entered the series as the gifted son of Dr. Beverly Crusher. But unlike McFadden, who was supported by fans when she briefly left the show, Wheaton struggled for appreciation. After being denied time off to shoot the film Valmont, only to find out his scene was later cut, Wheaton felt betrayed. That moment became a breaking point. He left The Next Generation in search of creative freedom. However, he eventually returned in later seasons, with Wesley finding a higher purpose among the mysterious travelers. Today, Wheaton remains close to the franchise, hosting the Ready Room and representing the enduring heart of fandom. Few characters in Star Trek history left as strong an emotional mark as Jadzia Dax, portrayed by Terry Farrell on Star Trek: Deep Space Nine. Intelligent, witty, and compassionate, Dax was the heart of the series and a fan favorite. But behind her confident on-screen presence was mounting off-screen tension. As Season 6 concluded, Farrell requested a lighter schedule to ease the demanding workload. Instead of compromise, she claimed she faced pressure from producer Rick Berman and Paramount to continue full-time. Feeling cornered and undervalued, she chose to walk away. Showrunner Ira Stephen Bear, unaware of the internal conflict, was left with no choice but to kill off Jadzia Dax, a moment that devastated fans. Ironically, Farrell soon landed a lead role in Becker, under the very same network that refused to accommodate her request. Meanwhile, Dr. Beverly Crusher, played by Gates McFadden, vanished after Season 1 of The Next Generation, replaced by Diana Muldaur. Behind her exit were reported conflicts with head writer Maurice Hurley, particularly over the show's treatment of female characters. McFadden's honest critiques got her fired, but fans fought for her return. She came back in Season 3 and remained a cornerstone of the franchise, showing how fan loyalty can rewrite a show's direction. The story of Geneviève Bujold is one of the shortest in Star Trek history. but no less significant. Cast as the original Captain Janeway for Star Trek. Voyager, untold, a respected film actress, lasted only a few days of filming. She struggled with the rigorous pace of television production and wanted to portray Janeway as a quiet, cerebral leader, an interpretation that didn't match the show's needs. She stepped away, and in came Kate Mulgrew, who would redefine the role with command and charisma. Sometimes, one person walking away opens the door for someone perfect. In Star Trek, the motion picture, Persis Khambatta portrayed Lieutenant. Ilya, a Delton navigator originally meant to lead a new series called Star Trek Phase 2. But that show was scrapped, and Ilya's arc was reduced in the final film. Her character was sacrificed for dramatic impact, overshadowed by the return of Spock. Though Khambatta never returned to the franchise, her performance was powerful, and one of the earliest examples of an alien female lead portrayed with dignity and depth. Sadly, Hollywood was more fascinated with her shaved head than her skill, and she faded from the spotlight too soon. Grace Lee Whitney's role as Yeoman Janice Rand was short-lived in the original series. Officially, her departure was a budget decision. Unofficially, it was heartbreak. In her memoir, Whitney revealed she had been sexually assaulted by an unnamed executive. She believed her firing was to protect the attacker. Though she made peace with the past and returned for later Star Trek films and a guest spot in Voyager, her story is a painful reminder of how showbiz can fail those most vulnerable. Whitney passed away in 2015, but her courage endures. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Kirstie Alley made a splash as Savik. Her cool, confident Vulcan officer was instantly memorable, but when it came time for the sequel, she didn't return. The reason? Money. William Shatner revealed that Paramount offered her less than what she made on the first film. Even Leonard Nimoy, who directed Star Trek III, admitted they just couldn't afford her. Robin Curtis stepped in, but fans always remembered Alley's unique presence. Ironically, she would go on to replace another actress on Cheers, becoming a TV icon herself. Eventually, her arc was ended in The Gift, where Kes evolved into a being of energy and left the Voyager. Behind the scenes, the creative team admitted the Neelix-Kes romance didn't work, and 7 of 9, played by Jerry Ryan, was brought in, giving the series a major boost. Lian's performance was praised, but her character fell victim to creative limitations. The most tragic story belongs to Anton Yelchin, who played Pavel Chekhov in the rebooted film series. In 2016, at just 27 years old, Yelchin died in a freak accident when his car rolled backward and pinned him against a gate. The loss shook Hollywood and the Star Trek community. His portrayal of Chekhov was full of humor, heart, and promise. Tributes poured in from across the industry, with J.J. Abrams, John Cho, and William Shatner expressing their grief. A lawsuit followed, as the vehicle model he drove had a known issue with its gear shifter. Yelchin's death wasn't just the end of a career, it was the loss of a brilliant soul far too soon. From classic series to modern reboots, Star Trek has inspired millions. But for every boldly gone adventure, there were real human costs. Creative conflicts, personal trauma, career crossroads, and heartbreaking tragedy. We've seen them all. And yet, the legacy of Star Trek continues. Through its actors, writers, and above all, its fans, the dream of a better future still lives on. Which story stunned you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow Trekkies, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories. Until next time, live long, prosper, and stay curious. Thanks for watching.